inside of his opposition to score the first try of the match. 5-0 to the Pacific Grizzlies.
Scored by number 11, Julius Williams.
Williams looking all the world like another Williams that played for the Grizzlies last year. And nice little pace right off the ball from Michaud. And then he was in goal just quick as you please. This is Grant Cole with Next Level Rugby. We're here giving you a quality broadcast from AVEVA Stadium in Houston, Texas. Saturday night, this stadium was host to the Houston SaberCats versus the Austin Elite, and the SaberCats pretty much just took it to the Elite to improve their standings in the MLR as well as their respect in Texas. Kick is up and good. Tumasimi has added the extras, and it is 7-0 now in favor of the Grizzlies. Grizzlies out early, 3 minutes in, with a try off the wing, Julius Williams. Killian Miller with the restart, gets it high, goes into the hands of Sofi Tui. Now Ulisny, one of the favorite targets for first receiver off of the first ruck of a phase. Santiago gets a quick pass from Gray. Santiago's on his knees. Martel hadn't released him. Almost got a penalty there for his troubles. Tumasimi trying to slip through the gap. And he gets through with some meters. Wolf digging out for him. Now Mickey Miller going in, getting tackled by Davidovitz and Giacchi. Ulisny again off that first run from the phase from the other side of the tram line. Out to Gray. Gray finds Santiago. Santiago tries to find the prolific try scorer Jenkins, but the ball and Jenkins go to touch first. So it's going to be another line out to the Rhinos just inside their own territory.
Ball goes to touch. We're going to have a line out. It will be the Rhinos throw-in.
Hill to it with another throw-in. Hill's been, like I said, metronomic all weekend with his throw-ins. Going to Davidovitz now. Davidovitz not held up in his jump as well as he should have been by his lifters. And dinged is Joey Caver for coming in from the side and coming around from an offside position to the back of the ruck.
Penalty kick to touch. The Rhinos will have to throw another line out.
Miller with a long kick to touch and gets the Rhinos down inside Grizzly territory, which is the first time they've visited it this match.
Do it on the back of the sheet. Or, hold on. Yep.
Noto again, receiving ball. Miller now inside to his number 13, Drew Cochran. Cochran making meters, driving those legs ahead, and he's finally got support there. Now Tazi out to Miller. Miller has to catch it flat-footed, turns around to the dynamic Martel. Martel inside to Kyle O'Connor, and O'Connor takes it to the 5 meters. Now Miller again. Miller gives a switch out, puts it into the hands of his big man, Jeffrey Wood. Wood trying to make the angle, but he's brought down by Tumasime. Now Tazi just a foot from the goal line. And Duplessis and company have to set in. Miller trying to dive in, but not making it. He's turned around. Cochran getting up slow, but we've got a try now from what looks like Giacchi. Give me a second here. Yes, that is Anthony Giacchi, the big number 5, scoring a try for the Northeast. Solid work by the Northeast, working their pattern down to the inside. Started off with a line out just inside of Grizzly territory. and worked their way down, got to the line, had a few phases, maintained their continuity until finally they could just slide in from their lot, Giachi. Great work there by the Rhinos. They've had too much of a taste of the Grizzlies' paws, and I think they're ready to put their own horn to the Grizzlies. Killian Miller to take the kick. Miller did pretty good yesterday, and that one has the sticks up, bringing a score drawn at 7-all. Grizzlies jog back to the line. Tumasimi let his charges know where the ball is going. Tumasimi, the captain for this Grizzly team. Cam Davidovitz, the captain for the Rhinos. Both veterans of this tournament from last year, and both of them made the all-tournament team last year and are sure to do it again this year. Tumasimi's kick goes deep to the 22, is caught up by O'Connor again. And now Giachi, the try scorer, driving forward over the 22. Not rolling away or hands in is the call on the Grizzlies.
We have hands in the run.
The Rhinos need to make sure they get another long kick downfield as to get inside of Grizzly territory.
Yes, he is saying,
Miller
red hands out, blue hands out, yeah.
Trying to make decisions about where the wind's going to take his kick, and he's going to kick it, take the safe option, just kick it to touch. They're still inside their own territory, but they do have a little bit better return on position.
They're red, they're blue.
Nice carry there by Giachi off the pass from O'Connor. It's up Noto with the reception. Miller now back inside to Duplessis. Duplessis being solid all week. Martell outside to Cochran. Cochran finds O'Connor. O'Connor has his man O'Neal on the outside, and but Cochran is the man he gives to on the inside. Cochran's pass, however, goes forward and into touch. So the Grizzlies are going to get the choice. Do you want to line out or you want to scrum? And the Grizzlies take the scrum. Santiago has been nursing a sore ankle, and he is down at the moment. So it looks like Dalvin Jamal Milton is going in for him briefly as the ATs walk out to see to him. This will be an injury replacement for the Grizzlies.
We have official
as Dalvin Jamal Milton, the little speedster, and also, for his size, folks, he is one heck of a defensive animal. Made some tackles yesterday on some big men and picked him up. So you look at him and you see somebody who's a little bit small for an outside center position. I don't think that when he gets up to make those tackles, Cochran yesterday found out exactly what happens when you run straight at Jamal Milton. Put in here by Wolf to the Grizzlies. And Mickey Miller's going to take to the weak side. He's not tackled by Tazi. And Wolf right in position to get his pass. Wolf stepping around the outside, trying to be pulled to touch by Killian Miller. And it's a dangerous tackle call. And that is really smart play by Wolf. Miller desperate to try and get him the touch, knowing just how dangerous the little scrum half is, especially when he had support with him. Tumasimi's kick gets inside, gets him about 10 meters more down the field for their line out. Miller with the 8-man take to the weak side. Wonderful start there. Just put Tazi on the ground with that fin. Tazi, usually a sure tackler, had no answer for Mickey Miller's handoff. Deep throw by the Grizzlies, and it's picked up by SoFi Tui. Tui driving forward, makes meters, but the ball's stolen from him. And now Cochran is running outside wide. Goes to the wings. That's Preston Spear. Now into the hands of Duplessis. Duplessis tackled by Ulisny. Ulisny just being an animal out there. Ball's out. Matthews picks it up, but there's a diving over penalty on Ulisny, and it's going to be another kick for Killian Miller. Looks like he's got some great field position to kick from. Drew Lowe wants to stop play for a minute, explain to Michael Tumasimi what he saw. Make sure he explains that to his team. Let's stay on your feet at these contact areas, folks. And Ulisny made the tackle, then got up and started driving over, and did not maintain his feet as he drove through the ruck. Got to stay on your feet and allow for a fair contest. Tyler Hill here, getting it up, but Mickey Miller makes the steal and coughs the ball up. Actually, that's Mickey Miller that made the steal, coughed the ball up. Went out and then quick in. John Gray just getting hammered by Cochran. Jamal Miller out, and it's going to be called back for a forward pass coming off of Gray's hands as he got hammered by Drew Cochran. Cochran showing some aggro there, coming up quick on the coming up real quick on the draw there. This is the Rhinos' first scrum of the day with their advantage. Put in by Tazi's clean. Rhino with a good push. Davidovitz coming off, but Caver has his number and stops him behind the gain line. Now Miller out to Martell. Martell not ready for it and has to clean it up back inside Rhino territory. They've already lost about 15 meters off of this. Miller with the first receiver take, gets tackled up, that time by Jamal Milton, who we said is a beast on defense. Martell trying to make something out of nothing there as the pass bounces to him. Tazi kicks, and it's Dalvin Jamal Milton who picks it up. Now Wolf, now outside, right in position was Michael Matt Michaud, excuse me. Wolf now trying to snipe the post, but he's got Brad Oliveira there to stop him. Tumasimi steps in the scrum half, gives to Miller. Miller stepping through, diving through, making a few meters off the roll. Wolf now outside to SoFi Tui, and Tui just laying havoc to everybody on the field. Now Carroll with the carry. SoFi Tui again, the man who just knocked almost every Rhino down. Tumasimi, Miller, Caver getting tackled up by Davidovitz. Davidovitz can't hold on, but he's got support there. And now Caver's brought to ground. Penalty here, kicking in the ruck. You cannot kick the ball out of a ruck.
Penalty to Pacific Coast.
Tumasimi tries to take it quickly, and he did not go through the mark. SoFi Tui looks to have turned his ankle on that last one and is down on the ground. And that is unfortunate for the Grizzlies, but they've got some pretty strong timber in reserve there, and looks like Maka Muti may be the man coming on for him. And there is a change happening.
get on. Go on the field. Go. I'll take care of the car.
It is Muti coming on for Sofi Tui.
21 for 3.
Muti played 8-man most of this weekend.
Number 21 is coming in for Pacific Coast. Ma'aka Muti.
Now, Ulisny gets the ball from the tap. It's given up, and Matt Gash Glider gets the ball out about 5 meters. Now Martell catching it on the in-goal line and getting out about 5 meters. The Grizzlies defense being a little stingy here. Muti coming in, trying to pick up the ball, but there's already been a hands in the rut call, not rolling away call, excuse me, by Drew Lowe. Kick downfield, just goes into touch. Miller gets his team better position almost at the about the 10-meter line, says Blair McClure. As we come back to the line here, Hill with the throw in. Tumanako Tei trying to get the one jumper up for the Grizzlies, and it goes back to Davidovitz. Now Duplessis with the carry. Duplessis into Caver. Caver is knocked down, but he makes the tackle anyway. Miller outside gets to Cochran. Cochran wants to run straight, but Michaud has other thoughts about that. Wolf digging out as the Grizzlies take over. Ball through Muti's hand into Trevor Leesney's. Wolf to Tumasimi to Caver. Outside to Michaud. Michaud dancing. He falls to the ground, but there is a advantage call on already. Knock on by the Rhinos. No advantage was gained by the Grizzlies. We're going to come back to the scrum about 15 meters off the touchline at the 10. Folks, NSCRO would like to thank Trey Preston and the Houston SaberCats for bringing our All-Star Championship to their brand new world-class facility, AVEVA Stadium. NSCRO also thanks USA Rugby for its support and recognition of NSCRO as an independent organization governing the small college national playoffs, as well as sharing similar goals for bettering the collegiate rugby experience. Wolf with the put in here. Grizzlies get the push. And ball comes out to Gray. Gray to the looping Tumasimi, to Michaud. Michaud outside to Julius Williams, the try scorer. Solid ruck by Jenkins and Tumasimi there. Michaud stepping in and gives out to Tumanaka Tei. Tei with the drive forward makes a couple of meters. Tumasimi given to John Gray. John Gray to Jamal Milton. Delvin Jamal Milton, little man who won't be taken down, gives out to Matthews. Matthews out to Jenkins, and the Rhinos know how dangerous Jenkins are, so they're giving a lot of attention to him. And a pass goes to touch here, but there's a dangerous, there's a penalty, and I think it's a penalty for dangerous tackle here. Going to the Grizzlies. Grizzlies have great field position for this kick deep inside the 22 of the Rhinos. Tumasimi sends it to touch. Rhino Rugby is the official NSCRO equipment and ball supplier of NSCRO. NSCRO thanks Rhino Rugby for their support of small colleges rugby by providing the Rhino Vortex Elite match balls and referee jerseys. To outfit your team with equipment, apparel, and balls that facilitate improved performance, go to rhinorugby.com. Throw in by Matthews is stolen. And Killian Miller sends it downfield into the hands of Jacob Jenkins. Jenkins out to Michaud. Michaud coming forward outside to Williams. Williams gets tackled up hard by Shane O'Neal. Great tackle by O'Neal. Mickey Miller now to Tumanaka's Tay. Tay driving forward, getting some meters, but not releasing the ball. And so it's going to be a penalty to the Rhinos.
Northeast for not releasing.
Killian Miller's kick, not quite going in, and Shane Miller catches it. Oh, that's going to be a bit of a dangerous tackle there. And Blair McClure already has his hand out. Drew Lowe has an arm up. And the ball doesn't go to hand. We expect Drew Lowe to whistle back to this dangerous tackle. And he wants a minute to talk to Tumasimi and probably to his AR. Julius Williams just coming in there with a head of steam, but his body position was all wrong to make that tackle, and I think he knew it directly afterwards, but he's got to know it directly before. Killian Miller here going to give a kick downfield. Just a penalty only here. Rhino Rugby and Penn Mutual have teamed together to save NSCRO teams thousands of dollars. Rhino Rugby will work with your team to design your next kit with Penn Mutual and NSCRO logos on it. Penn Mutual will then cover half the cost of your college's rugby kit, including jersey, shorts, and socks. Go to rhinorugby.com or send an email to us.sales@rhinorugby.com and start designing your kit today. The ball's out of the line out for the Rhinos and goes into the first phase where the Grizzlies have come off their feet at the contact point and killed the ball. Miller again with a kick to touch. And this is an interesting way to work downfield, but Miller seems content. And that's Julius Miller tries to get his hand on it, bobbles it up, and it's going to be a 5-meter line out to the Rhinos. Great field position to attack. The Rhinos are on the front foot with the Grizzlies wondering where these players were yesterday. Tyler Miller gets it up to Noto. Out Tazi. Miller to Martell. Martell trying to run through the hole, but Jamal Milton right there to make the tackle. The little man on the big man making great work, and the Grizzlies fighting for possession there. Ball comes out, and referee's time is on. He's going to give the mark, and Miller saying, I want to go for post. Bring me the tee.
Penalty for high tackle.
Jamal Milton is penalized for a dangerous tackle. Looks like he's been given a yellow card as well. And you got to understand that when a man that small makes a dangerous tackle, it was probably jumping up on somebody bigger than him. But Jamal Milton definitely is a tough player, but he's left the Grizzlies a man down for the next 10 minutes. Killian Miller lining up his kick almost directly in front of the post. And he has the sticks up, making it 10-7 in favor of the Rhinos.
Good. Kick by Killian Miller, 3 points for the Rhinos. That brings the Rhinos up 10-7 over Pacific Coast.
Impact Custom Mouthguards are the official mouthguard of NSCRO and Major League Rugby. They handcraft your guard to fit perfectly. Talk, breathe, even drink with it in. You will love the thin profile of your Impact Custom Mouthguard.
Not a his individual.
As we come back to the line, just a little recap. 3 minutes into the match, Julius Williams runs the ball into center to score for a converted try for the Grizzlies, bringing the score 7-0. The Rhinos answer back just a few minutes later with Anthony Giacchi diving in for a try after a few phases of contact at the goal line, and just now Killian Miller added 3 points to bring the score 10-7 in favor of the Rhinos. Trevor Leesney now outside finds Muti. Wolf having trouble getting that ball out of there from sustained pressure. Tumasimi to Mashad. Mashad stepping around. Julius Williams again. He's tackled up. Mashad's there to pick it up. And now Wolf driving forward, but he's met by a wall of Rhinos. Ulisny now with the pick and drive. Caver has the ball out and gets it to his number 2, Dana Matthews. Now Maka Muti bouncing off a couple of Rhinos, getting up about 2 meters to the line. Wolf to Ulisny. Ulisny taken down by Miller and some friends. Roll out to Jenkins. It's bobbled up. Dana Matthews has there to clean it up, but the Rhinos gain possession. And now there's been a knock-on by the Grizzlies. The Rhinos not gained advantage from that knock-on, so they're going to be a scrum to the Rhinos. Big fight from the Rhinos as we get down inside, as the Grizzlies come down inside their territory. Great move by Tumasimi, stepping through, making the offload on the other side of the defense to his fullback Mashad, and Mashad looking for Williams out wide. Williams just not quite at his top speed when he received the ball, gave the defense enough time to adjust to where he was going to be at.
Got to grow up a little bit, buddy.
I'm waiting on it.
Scrum here is Tazi. And it goes back to the Grizzlies instead. It's lost. Not sure why, but the put in is going to be to the Rhinos. Referee says it come straight out of the tunnel.
He wasn't happy with it? No.
Miller now out to Martell. Martell getting tackled up by Tumasimi. Miller kicking the touch from inside the 22. Jenkins trying to get under it, but not quite. It goes to touch, giving the Grizzlies a line out near midfield. Folks, DBS Rugby Tours provides teams with a unique way to see the world while simultaneously developing their rugby skills by delivering rugby tours to some of the world's greatest sporting destinations, while also organizing a trip that will strengthen team camaraderie, sharpen their skills on the field, and create a memorable experience. Visit dbsrugbytours.com for more information. Dana Matthews with the throw in here for the Grizzlies. It's going to go back, and it's a little bit too deep. And not in straight, says Drew Lowe.
Ball got thrown in straight. And now Pacific Coast is coming back to 15 players.
Yeah, yellow card.
Jamal Milton returns to the field from his yellow card. And we are 10 minutes from halftime. Milton receives the yellow card for a dangerous tackle. And now Caver coming back to realizing it's a scrum and has to run back to set up. Put in by Tazi here. To the Rhinos side of the scrum. Big push by the Grizzlies. Says Tazi has to get it out fast. Martell now. Martell slinging it out to Cochran. Cochran looking for a hole, and Cochran's got one. Milton gathers him up, but not before his passes goes into touch. And that is halftime. Excuse me, I guess we are running 30-minute halves today. And that is halftime as the teams go to the sheds. Folks, DBS Rugby Tours is partnered with NSCRO to offer its teams access to invite-only rugby tournaments, exclusive coaching camps in the U.S., and coach education clinics both in the U.S. and in Europe. For more information, go to dbsrugbytours.com or contact Connor Banahan, head of rugby at Connor, at dbstours.com. Just a little recap on how this game's gone so far. 3 minutes into the first half, Julius Williams receives a nice little pass from Michaud and sprints in to dot down in the middle for the initial try for the Grizzlies. Minutes later, Giacchi dives in for a try after sustained pressure by the Rhinos at the Grizzly goal line. And then as the Rhinos tick down into Grizzly territory using penalty kicks to make their way, finally, a penalty and a yellow card to Jamal Milton for a dangerous tackle results in a penalty kick for 3 points. It brings the score to 10-7.
Creating a strategic game plan in rugby is key to winning. A sevens match can change in an instant, so you need to have a strong defense, solid offense, and the flexibility to move between the two. It's the same for finding success in your financial life, whatever that means to you. Setting up a game plan that can help you tackle life is crucial for financial success. A good coach has knowledge of the game, sets goals for the team, and creates a strategy, which can be critical to achieving success both on and off the pitch. And when it comes to your financial life, having a relationship with a good advisor can be just as valuable to help you plan and meet your goals. Having the confidence that you're strong enough to play every minute as hard as the first gives you the best possibility to succeed during a match. And being financially fit gives you the ability to tackle opportunities and live life with confidence, knowing that if the unexpected happens, you're protected. Rugby and life insurance, they're closer than you think. Find out more at penmutual.com/rugby.
play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game. In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
You know commitment. You know preparation. You know. You know commitment. You know preparation. You know the game plan. You know exhilaration. You know rugby. And when you want to try something new, when the unexpected happens, when you want to move on up, and when you're ready to retire, we'll be there because we know life. The Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company, your game plan for insuring life.
Creating a strategic game plan in rugby is key to winning. A sevens match can change in an instant, so you need to have a strong defense, solid offense, and the flexibility to move between the two. It's the same for finding success in your financial life, whatever that means to you. Setting up a game plan that can help you tackle life is crucial for financial success. A good coach has knowledge of the game, sets goals for the team, and creates a strategy, which can be critical to achieving success both on and off the pitch. And when it comes to your financial life, having a relationship with a good advisor can be just as valuable to help you plan and meet your goals. Having the confidence that you're strong enough to play every minute as hard as the first gives you the best possibility to succeed during a match. And being financially fit gives you the ability to tackle opportunities and live life with confidence, knowing that if the unexpected happens, you're protected. Rugby and life insurance, they're closer than you think. Find out more at pennmutual.com/rugby.
Play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game. In our game, we play with our hearts. We don't play with sticks, bats, or gloves. We don't wear shoulder pads or helmets. We keep playing when it hurts. And we leave everything on the field. What we wear must be built for our game.
You know commitment. You know preparation. You know the game plan. You know exhilaration. You know rugby. And when you want to try something new, when the unexpected happens, When you want to move on up and when you're ready to retire, we'll be there because we know life. The Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company, your game plan for insuring life.
Creating a strategic game plan in rugby is key to winning. A sevens match can change in an instance, so you need to have a strong defense, solid offense, and the flexibility to move between the two. It's the same for finding success in your financial life, whatever that means to you. Setting up a game plan that can help you tackle life is crucial for financial success. A good coach has knowledge of the game, sets goals for the team, and creates a strategy, which can be critical to achieving success both on and off the pitch. And when it comes to your financial life, having a relationship with a good advisor can be just as valuable to help you plan and meet your goals. Having the confidence that you're strong enough to play every minute as hard as the first gives you the best possibility to succeed during a match. And being financially fit gives you the ability to tackle opportunities and live life with confidence, knowing that if the unexpected happens, you're protected. Rugby and life insurance, they're closer than you think. Find out more at pennmutual.com.
Howdy, rugby fans, and welcome back to the 2019 NSCRO Men's All-Star Championship Final between the Pacific Coast Grizzlies in the maroon and gold and the Northeast Rhinos in the yellow and blue. The Rhinos lead the Grizzlies 10-7 now, coming out of halftime. But the Grizzlies had the Rhinos number yesterday in a 39-7 win in pool play, and the Grizzlies also won the 2018 final against the Rhinos 26-10. As we come back, I'd like to thank Trey Preston and the Houston SaberCats for bringing our All-Star Championships to their brand new world-class facility, AVEVA Stadium, and being so kind as to host Next Level Rugby and its team here and putting us in air conditioning today while it's 94 degrees out on the field. What does life insurance have to do with rugby, folks? Well, visit pennmutual.com/rugby to find out how Penn Mutual can be part of your game plan for insuring life. Has your team gotten its new Rhino Rugby team store gear? Custom tracksuits, t-shirts, polos, and more are now available for teams. Go to rhinorugby.com to get started. If you're just joining us, scoring in the first half was started off by the Grizzlies with Julius Williams sprinting into the middle to dot between the post and Michael Tumasime adding the extras. On the Rhinos side, Anthony Giacchi, the lock, dove in after several phases of sustained pressure on the goal line of the Grizzlies, and Killian Miller added the extras, and then Miller got a chance for a penalty kick after Dalvin Jamal Milton of the Grizzlies was yellow carded for a dangerous tackle. And it's 10-7, and Northeast is up at the start of the second half. Drew Lowe checking with the captains, making sure they're ready. And we are underway Now, Tumasime, making sure everybody's behind him. Gives a long kick, puts it up to Giachi again. Giachi, the try scorer, driving forward, but he's met hard by Trevor Ulisny, and Ulisny drops in the deck. Now Tyler Hill with the carry. And comes back to Killian Miller now. Martell, such a dangerous back, spins outside wide to Cochran. The Rhinos trying to use the length of the field as Gash Glider goes into the arms of Dalvin Jamal Milton and is tackled just shy of the 10. Ball bats out of Duplessis' hands and into Nato. It's tackled up by Isaac Carell. Carell been really solid on defense this weekend. Miller now trying to exit his half by putting it into the try scorer's hands. Julius Williams. Williams gathered up by Shane O'Neill in fine fashion. Now Miller out to Gabla. John Gabla to Trevor Ulisny. Gabla, that quadzilla of a man, driving over now to Masime. Now Matthews. Matthews inside. Finds Michael O'Terre. O'Terre getting inside the 22. Can't be tackled by Kyle O'Connor, but he's finally brought down by cover defense from Nate Tazi. Wolf waiting, looking for Ulisny. Ulisny looking for a show and go, but I think that Jeffrey Wood knew exactly what Ulisny was going to do, and it wasn't show and go. Tumanakate, the big lock of the Grizzlies. Now outside to Mickey Miller. Miller tackled strong by Brad Oliviero. Tumasimi now. Tumasimi with a gap. Tumasimi giving to Matthews. Matthews looking for the dive into the try for the Grizzlies, and they start off the second half the way they started off the first half.
And we got a try for Pacific Coast.
Well worked play by the Grizzlies after giving over to Trevor Ulisny. He gets tackled up. They bring it back to the other side. Tumasimi steps through a gap as he does. Feeds out to Dana Matthews, the hooker, coming on off his hip in support. And all Matthews has to do is take 3 more steps and fall. And it is try time for the Grizzlies, bringing the score 12-10, this time in favor of the Grizzlies.
The try was scored by the hooker,
Yeah, I got you.
Danian Matthews.
Impact Mouthguards provides custom-fit, BPA-free dental-grade mouthguards direct from the lab that produces guards for many dentists throughout the U.S. NSCRO teams can save 40% when they order kits from Impact. Individuals can save 15%. For more information, go to www.impactmouthguards.com. Tumasimi lining up his conversion attempt. Taking his time. Let's take some time off the clock. He lines it up. He struck it well. Tumasimi struck it very well, and he's put the ticker up to 14-10, and it is a game now, folks. Back and forth it goes.
Oh, okay, the guy with that mohawk-looking thing.
Not too many changes on the rosters from the first half to the second half. A kick looking to go to O'Terre, but Jamal Milton calls for it. And Jamal Milton breaks 3 or 4 tackles before he's finally wrapped up. Tazi, ball bounces off his head into the hands of Tumasimi. Tumasimi makes it up to the 10. Wolf now to Gabla. Gabla out to Matthews to try score. Matthews through a gap, and he's on to the 22. Gabla there to secure the ruck. And now Wolf has his charges over the 22. Out to Tumasimi. Tumasimi back inside. That's big Mike O'Terre. He's made the step back inside and has really got the Rhinos on their back foot. Out there is Jamal Milton making a little bit of a struggle, trying to find the ball, and the ball bounces out to the Rhinos side. Oliviero with the pick and go, And Miller now trying to get out of trouble, finds Jeffrey Wood. Jeffrey Wood loops it out wide into the hands of Preston Spear. But there's been a penalty on the play. Offsides looks to be the call on the Grizzlies, giving Killian Miller a chance to breathe. Number 18, Jacob Davis. That does not look like Jacob Davis, though, but says Jacob Davis is coming onto the field for the Grizzlies. Actually, that's Dom Salvatierra. Looking to the wrong side of the roster as Tumanaka Tay comes off. Salvatierra, probably the tallest guy out here this weekend. Definitely a tall and lanky man, but also got some beef on him. He goes straight up to the first jumper location to try and spoil this throw-in. Hill's throw-in is up. It is spoiled and picked up by what looks like Miller. Out to Gabla. Gabla running straight ahead. Gives a fin to Killian Miller's face and gets inside the 22. Tumasimi outside to Gray. Gray to Dalvin Jamal Milton. Jamal Milton fighting for space and making time for support to get there. Now Salvatierra is not held and dives forward. He's near the 5-meter line. And there is a penalty call of offsides on the Rhinos. And this is danger territory for them because it's right in Tumasime's kicking range. Salvatierra just came out and it looks like he's already down. No, that's not Salvatierra. That looks like Danon Matthews. And John Eddington has come onto the field. Looks like he has replaced Dalvin Jamal Milton. Yes, he has. He's come into the outside center position in Milton's stead. And now Logan Zappa, who has just been a couple of 3 arm loads to handle this weekend, comes on for Danon Matthews, who comes off favor in his shoulder. There's substitution call there. And Pacific Coast chooses at this penalty to put in at the scrum and see if Mickey Miller can do his magic. Coming off is Jeffrey Wood, and on is Matt Stapleton for the Rhinos. So here we are, 6 minutes into the second half, have made several substitutions already. Drew Lowe has not had to reset many scrums today. These two teams being well versed in what he's looking for and also well coached in the dark arts. Mickey Miller now pick it up out to Wolf. Wolf has Jenkins outside. Jenkins stepping in. Jenkins driving. Jenkins looking for the line. He's not made it though. Wolf outside to Gabla. Gabla is in goal, and Gabla has scored for the Grizzlies.
That's a try for number 24, John Devine for the Grizzlies.
Big try there from John Gabla, being right in position, seeing the gap ahead of him before he had the ball, and making sure he went right between the two players that were defending him, and then once he was in, he just had to fall on it. Great stuff from Gabla, really great stuff from Jenkins. Rhinos know that he's dangerous, and when he got over there, he proved to be dangerous, getting right up on the line, but not quite over it, which gave the Grizzlies time to get the ball out quickly and into the end goal. Tumasimi setting up for his conversion attempt. Well within his range here. As he takes his time, it is 19-10 in favor of the Grizzlies. Tumasimi's kick is struck well. It's struck very well, and it adds 2 points. 21-10 is the score. And folks, are you looking to build a career that can make a positive difference in the lives of others? Team up with Penn Mutual and give it a try at PennMutual.com/rugby. Penn Mutual, your game plan for ensuring life. Miller has his charges back to the restart quickly. The Rhinos knowing that they can waste no time if they want to win this match. Dom Salvatierra gets under the restart and takes it upfield for about 3 meters. Muti comes in, provide kicking for Wolf. Wolf kicking over the top has Jenkins and Tumasimi coming in, and O'Neal swings it wide to O'Connor. John Gray's there to stop Kyle O'Connor there, though. And the Rhinos having to regroup and look for the next run. Cam Davidovitz with the ball. Giacchi in support. Now Duplessis. Duplessis uses a nice little screen from Noto to get around to the side, and the ball gets into O'Neal's hands. And now the counter ruck from the Grizzlies is pretty solid. So solid that they pick it up, and it's Logan Zampa with the ball now. Trevor Ulisny outside to Salvatierra. Salvatierra sees a gap, tries to make it through, but knocks it on. No advantage has been gained, and that was sloppy ball afterwards. So looking at the back line, I see Dalvin Jamal Milton, so he has not come out. Looks like Michaud has come out, and that's why Eddington is on the field in the fullback position. Eddington, a big man for a fullback, looks like he'd be a lock or a hooker, or a proper hooker anywhere else. But when you see his moves and his hands and his ability to kick, you know that he is a fullback. Duplessis coming off for Jacob Davis coming on. Duplessis had a great shift this weekend, putting in a lot of work. Jacob Davis goes to lock, and that pushes Noto, Zach Noto, out to flanker. It's first scrum we've had reset this game. Been very good discipline at the scrum from both teams. Tazi with the put in. Grizzlies has the drive. Rhinos trying to get it out of there quickly. Tazi out to Miller. Martell tackled up by Jamal Milton. He stops him up, slows him down for other support to get there. Miller trying to kick, but it comes off the hands of a Grizzly and into Jacob Jenkins' hands. And Jenkins has Tyler Hill out there on cover, and Hill's just not going to stop Jenkins from going in goal and scoring a try. Logan Zampa intelligently giving the ball to Jacob Jenkins, knowing that Jenkins had the pace, even though Zampa has the law of gross tonnage on his side. (26-10) is the score as Tumasimi comes back. Penn Mutual believes in the importance of putting people first, folks, and they're passionate about making a difference in people's lives and working with people who share their passion. Join their team to learn more about Penn Mutual's rewarding and successful career opportunities at PennMutual.com/rugby. Penn Mutual is your game plan for ensuring life. Tumasimi again lining up. He's 3 for 3 so far. And again, he's got another one well within his range. It's up. It's struck well. It's struck very well. And Tumasimi puts the Grizzlies ahead 28-10. That's 2 points better than they ended this game at last year. And we've still got 17 minutes left in this half, folks. DBS Rugby Tours is partnered with NSCRO to offer its teams access to invite-only rugby tournaments, exclusive coaching camps in the U.S., and coach education clinics both in the USA and in Europe. For more information, go to dbsrugbytours.com.
Comerford has come on the field for Northeast.
Dalvin Jamal Milton with the take, runs across field, looks for a gap, threw it. He's difficult to tackle, and he's almost to the midfield line. And there was a instance of driving the man without the ball or holding on. It was difficult to tell what that call was for. Dangerous tackle by the Grizzlies here. Penalty advantage on for the Rhinos. Tazi out to Miller. Miller trying to step through. Finds nothing there. Tazi looking back to Jacob Davis, but has it out to Martell, and then Cochran. Cochran's knocked it on, and now Zampa has it. Now Salvatierra. Now going inside. Jenkins trying to clean it up, but it's been passed forward out of the hands of Mike O'Tear. And folks, you did see the advantage on for the dangerous tackle, but the Rhinos were judged to have made that advantage, so the advantage was off. And so that's why that's why Drew Lowe let the play go on. Put in by Tazi here.
Ready, drive!
Gabriel Martinez in now for Jonah Wolf. And losing their mind.
Penalty Northeast.
Miller kicking downfield has put the Rhinos inside of Grizzly territory, almost to the 22. Tyler Hill going to set up the throw in. Noto only lifted by one lifter and went over him
Ball moves forward
for what was a dangerous throw.
Line out for Northeast.
And that was not exactly what the Rhinos wanted to do there. Little miscommunication in the line there. Looked like Davidovich thought that it was going to come to him. And now Davidovich does get the ball. Tazi out to Miller. Miller, long looping pass to O'Connor, and then outside to Comerford. Comerford passing back inside to O'Connor. And still having the ball. Now it goes to number 17, Stapleton. Stapleton, the prop, driving up to the 22. And only just Martell outside to Davidovich. Davidovich, a bit of a danger man here, but Zampa's on top of him. And Zampa makes the tackle, and the counter ruck from the Grizzlies is looking a bit mighty. Tazi has to get that out of there quick to save possession. Miller just driving up to get it back to his forwards. And the Grizzlies seem to have found a rhythm in their counter rucking. Miller with a great tackle there. Now Josh Sinut's on the field for the Rhinos. He makes a run to the 22. Now Hill gets hit behind the line. Tazi swings out to O'Connor. O'Connor's caught behind the line by Jamal Milton. And the Grizzlies putting some line speed on here against the Rhinos. Now Martell trying to step through. Goes into the arms of Salvatierra and Gabla. Now Sinot brought down by Oter and Ulisny. Miller's trying to step through, but Muti's got a hold on him. Ball's bobbled about somewhat. Goes into Jacob Davis's hands, and we're going to come back to the advantage on the offsides that Drew Lowe called on Grizzlies. Miller looking for touch, but he taps and goes. Gives to Cochran. Cochran trying to split through the middle of a couple of Grizzlies. Is wrapped up at the 22. Outside now. Max Cook is in the game, and he is tackled and driven behind the line. Now Stapleton again. Excuse me, that's Jacob Davis. Miller looking to pass outside. Doesn't see anything there, but does see a hole in the middle and gets his team back to the 22 with possession. Nobody stepped in at scrum half because Tazi's in there, so the Grizzlies decide a little counter ruck is in order. Max Cook picks up to pick and drive, but nobody's there with him, and he's driven right back to the 22, outside to O'Connor, then to Cochran. And Grizzlies still counter rucking, and Dalvin Jamal Milton comes up with it for the Grizzlies, and it is outside Muti with the ball in hand. Now outside to Julius Williams. Williams, the try scorer, turns back inside, loops around, has only Drew Lowe to beat, and Williams is in for a fifth try for the Grizzlies. That was a lot of rugby played by the Rhinos at the Grizzlies 22 to end up as a Grizzlies try. But that's what happens when a quick turnover and counterattack happens. Muti being right there to receive the ball and drives forward to wrap up the defense. Nice little offload out to Julius Williams, who only has to put his feet to grass to do the rest of the work. Impact Custom Mouth Guards is the official mouth guard of NSCRO and Major League Rugby. Handcrafts your guard to fit perfectly. Talk, breathe, even drink with it in. You will love the thin profile of your Impact Custom Mouth Guard. Are you looking to build a career that can make a difference in the lives of others? Team up with Penn Mutual and give it a try at pennmutual.com/rugby. Penn Mutual, your game plan for ensuring life. Michael Tumasimi, the Ugandan from Cal Maritime Academy, lining up his kick again. He's 4 for 4 here, folks. Angel Rodriguez getting ready to go on for the Grizzlies. That kick is struck very well, and it is 35-10. The Grizzlies have been a try-scoring machine here today. 8 minutes left in this match. It's looking very dim for the Rhinos.
Brad Marston.
Thank you.
Brad Marston's come onto the field for Tyler Hill now. Great take by Davidovitz there as he gets the Rhinos the possession they need inside of Grizzly territory. But a rare bobble by Andy Martell brings it back to midfield. The Rhinos on the attack again. Matt Stapleton with the carry, right up over the 50. Now Josh Davis Davis is tackled by O'Terre and has support to clean out. Miller out to Martell. Martell swinging wide, and Cochran cannot handle it, knocks it on, and then it goes to touch. Going to come back to the knock-on
We're going to have a scrum from the knockout.
and have a scrum for the Grizzlies inside Rhino territory. Martinez comes off and looks for Miller's pass. Tumasimi tries to chip ahead, but it's blocked by Martell. And then Martinez picks it up and kicks downfield into that space. That ball's got a little run on it, but it's not going to go out the back of the end goal. So Comerford has to dot it down.
Ball touched the end goal by Northeast. They would get the 22 drop.
And 22 drop for Miller. Miller takes it quickly, catches the Grizzlies sleeping. Mickey Miller picking up his namesake as he after the tackle. Knock on here by the Rhinos, have Grizzly ball on it. Gabla stepping through, that's Tumasimi stepping through, and great work there by the fly half, seeing the gap. Now Muti taking it to ground, looking to pass, but smartly maintaining possession. Now Gabla gets the ball from Martinez, and he takes it inside the 22. Penalty advantage is on for the Grizzlies. Gabla driving forward again. Now Elisny sheds one tackler and gets up to the 5 with Josh Sinat on his ankles. Brad Marston came out of that ruck with the ball, but no dice for the Rhinos as Drew Lowe comes back to the dangerous tackle call that he made for the Grizzlies. And Grizzlies calling a scrum again. And this is interesting. You've got a 35-10 lead. You could comfortably go for points, and even if you missed, it wouldn't matter. But they're going to choose the scrum, and on come David Onyango and Angel Ramirez. Angel Ramirez coming on for Muti. And Onyango coming on for Julius Williams. Alex Treat also coming on. And that's a big man to replace what looks like he's replacing Isaac Carroll. So looking down at the bench of the Grizzlies, I would say they have completely emptied their bench and have their reserves completely on. And that's pretty interesting that their reserves are putting this match away for them as well as their starters did. It tells you what kind of depth they have in the California NSCRO area. Drive here from the Grizzlies, but the Rhinos have it. Davidovitz out to Tazi. Tazi makes it across the 22, is not held in the tackle. Now Davidovitz into Eddington. Eddington trying to steal the ball from him, but no dice, has him down anyway. Miller now, Miller stepping through a gap. Miller getting tackled. Miller's been picked up, and Mickey Miller's not letting him down. And that ball's not coming out. The ball was taken into the maul by the Rhinos. And
Pacific Coast.
scrum going to Pacific Coast. Number 20, Ben Connolly comes on for Noto. Zach Noto coming out now. And looks like the Northeast bench is getting emptied. I just haven't seen Bradstreet or Kahali come out yet. But all of their forwards are on the field. Martinez has it out to Tumasimi. Tumasimi to Jacob Jenkins. Jacob Jenkins through the gap. Nobody sees the sprinting Jenkins. He's got right outside to Jamal Milton, who was in support. Milton ducks a tackle, comes back to inside, and scores a 6th try for the Grizzlies. Dalvin Jamal Milton just right in support of Jenkins where he needed to be, coming on at pace. Jenkins making the pass. Milton ducking one tackle and staying on his feet in that pace to get into end goal and make it 40-10 here with a minute left in the match. Since 2007, folks, the National Small College Rugby Organization, or NSCRO, has been at the forefront of fostering and developing small college rugby programs in the United States. Tumasimi takes the drop kick, and it is no good. And that is the game, according to Drew Lowe. 60 minutes gone, and 40-10 is the score. Grizzlies 2 times in a row, the NSCRO Men's All-Star Champions. And that's some solid work by the Grizzlies. Even more solid work by the Rhinos, toughening it out. 2 losses to make it to the final here. NSCRO would like to thank Trey Preston and the Houston SaberCats for bringing our All-Star Championships to their brand new world-class facility, AVEVA Stadium. Folks, you've seen it here. It looks beautiful. The sun's out, a little bit of clouds in the sky. The guys couldn't have been happier today with the weather. It was perfect rugby weather for what we are here to do today. Stay tuned. There will be an award ceremony in just a few minutes, and this is Grant Cole, your commentator, and I want to say thanks to all of y'all, from Nikki Christix, our production director, Leah Madigan-Fried, or Poach as we call him, our cameraman, and our gaffers, John and Grant Cole, my sons, and everyone else here at Next Level Rugby for you tuning in to this 2019 NSCRO Men's All-Star Championship weekend. We thank you for all the support you've given these young men and the support you're going to give to us.
What did you think of that fucked up ruck right here?
Coming here to the line, you will see a presentation here shortly, and want to thank Penn Mutual for their support of NSCRO. It's been wonderful, and just something to talk about. The Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company is proud to be the top sponsor of NSCRO and the title sponsor of this championship. Learn how Penn Mutual can use preparation, coaching, and fitness to support your financial goals throughout your life by visiting PennMutual.com/rugby. Penn Mutual, your game plan for ensuring life.
Yo, what's up? Great, yeah, thank you. Thanks so much. Hey, yeah, safe travels. Yep.
But he does. But Jeremy, he does have aspirations to keep going. He does have aspirations to keep going and going and going. How much longer are you in the country, Blair?
Till the end of August.
Then you're going home.
I mean,
You're going to Aberdeen. What are you studying? A lot of friends of mine went to Aberdeen to do physiotherapy because there wasn't just not enough positions in Ireland and Ireland. There was only one school offering it then. Now there's two schools in Dublin. Seems like everywhere you go, every team you look at. And Aberdeen doesn't get enough applicants. So
For the live streaming, I can use the device here.
weekend of August. Then we Glendale at Rugby camp.
Oh, yeah? How did you get on in
Here, watch this. Watch yourself. Jeremy. Jeremy. I'll introduce Paul when we do the old championship. He's in the when guys go on big number, I'll Paul shake the hands and all that. Okay.
Are you going to do the announcement for the All Championship then?
You want to do that or you want?
It doesn't matter to me. What do you?
Good afternoon, everyone.
That'll work on the stream.
We good?
No wired.
Is this good all around? Okay. Hey. What a day. What a weekend. I'd like first, let me just introduce myself to those who don't know me. I'm Steve Cohen, the founder and president of NSCRO, and to say that I am so proud of this collection of young student athletes would be an understatement. But I'd like everyone just to give a round of applause to all the teams and the players here for what they did this weekend. I also would like the players and everyone else really to give a real round of applause to the coaches and the managers who, without them, they wouldn't be here. So bear with me. First, before we get to the awards, I'd like to thank a number of people who made this a successful weekend. First of all, from the Houston SaberCats organization, Brian Colonna, the president. Marty Power, who could not be here this weekend, today, also thank him, and especially Trey Preston, Director of Stadium Operations. I'd like to also give thanks to Larry Monks for his PA announcement this weekend. Larry, thank you. Our broadcast production team from Next Level Rugby, Nick Krisick, the producer, and his staff, and especially Grant Cole, the rugby evangelist, for his outstanding work. I'd like to thank the athletic trainers for doing an outstanding job and keeping our players healthy as best they can and getting back in the game. Thank you very much.
Go Baylor!
My thanks to Tim O'Gara, the referee manager, and his crew of referees and ARs from the Texas Rugby Referees Association. Thank you. Also, outstanding work this weekend by the Ball Boys. The previous 2 days from the West Houston Lions, and today from Weston Academy. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Ball Boys.
And an extra special thanks to our official photographer, Teresa Caravo, for her work this weekend. Also, NSCRO would not exist today without a number of people, but especially our top sponsor, the Penn Mutual Life Insurance Company. Our appreciation to them for their dedication and support of collegiate rugby. We also want to shout out to Rhino Rugby, who's the official equipment and ball supplier of NSCRO and provides all of our shirts for referees and our players. Thank you. Also, so he can change his hat, a special thanks to Jeremy Treese, who's our Director of Rugby Development. Okay, let's have some fun with the various awards we have. The first award is what is known as the Positive Impact Award. It has been selected by the coaches to a player on their squad that's really had a positive impact on the team this weekend. Each player will receive from our sponsor, Impact Protection, a custom mouth guard. And so when I call your name, please come up and remain here so we can do a group photo once you all receive the award. For the South, Don Causey. Stay for the rest of the group. Let's get together. Okay. Yeah, stay right here. From the Mid-South, Nick Cutterback. Well done. From the Lone Star Conference, DeMarcus Cobb. From the Pacific Coast, Isaac Carroll. And last but not least, from Northeast, Danny Brissett. You guys get together? Hold the impact so we can see the impact in the logo.
You know, maybe the players were coming out to the meal last night and interacting.
Yeah, we can do that.
When you get to that.
Yeah. I'd like now to announce the All Championship 15. This is the players that were selected by a variety from input from a number of sources this weekend, experienced players, and I would, like them to come on up and receive from Paul Emmerich, who everyone knows, a great USA Eagle and the current coach of the Houston SaberCats. Their custom T-shirt. Stay up here for group photo and wait the shirt on, and let us know what size you want. It's, I think, medium, large, XL, and 2XL. Jeremy, you want to give a hand? In the front row, from the Northeast, Brad Olivero. From the Pacific Coast, Dana Matthews. From the Pacific Coast, Trevor Olcini. In the second row, from the South, Mike Nita. From Lone Star Conference, Lucas Snitkin. In the back row, from the Northeast, Matthew Gash-Gilden. From the Pacific Coast, Mickey Miller. From the Northeast, Cam Davidowitz. Yeah, guys, put your shirts on. Why don't you put them on so we can take a picture? Okay. The backs. At scrum half, from the Mid-South, Vince Duhigg. At fly half, from the Pacific Coast, Mike Tumosimi. Pardon, excuse me, that's Michael. In the center, from the Northeast, Andy Martell. And from the Pacific Coast, Jeremy Santiago. On the wings, from the South, Trevor Brooks. And on the other wing, from the Pacific Coast, Jacob Jenkins. And at fullback, from the Lone Star, Jordan Stanley. The MVP for the 2019 NSCRO All-Star Championship, Michael Tusimi. You want to get a picture of that? Yeah,
Michael, fix your collar. Oh, there you go. There you go. There we go. Now you look sexy. This kid's fresh. Speed.
I don't know. All right, 3, 2, 1.
Hey, Jeremy, you gave him poles, not the t-shirts. What? You gave him poles on the stage.
I just got them in the pile.
Yeah, I didn't know they were all mixed together. So we can trade.
Let's take the picture. They're all in green uniforms.
Hey. Okay. In finale. Oh, no. Oh, I'm sorry. Got 2 rows.
Oh, okay, I'll get him from front, coach.
Somehow we got polos mixing with these t-shirts.
They're all mixed together. Right mixed together. So
There's 3 of them. If you grab those guys, see if they just exchange it. Yeah, let's exchange. So these are. Get rid of those t-shirts there.
that's this one here. That's all championships and any more mistakes in here.
1, 2, 3. Rugby.
All right, good.
Thank you.
Polo in for actually, yeah, polo is the wrong way.
If you got a polo, guys, please go exchange it back. Okay. Jeremy. This is too heavy for me. The 2019 NSCRO National All-Star Championship winner, the Pacific Coast Grizzlies. Hey guys, hold the trophy up.
Grizzlies! Grizzlies! Rah, rah, rah!
Hey, guys. Hold it up high. Hold the trophy up high.
Yeah! Comes up!
Hey, Blood Game, we red.
Again, I'd like to just thank everyone for being here this weekend. Have a safe, and expeditious trip home. Thank you.